It's 8:30. Good morning, I'm Ian Crouch with Hunter News. As the Nationals prepare to hold their annual conference at Becolban this weekend, the party's leader has apparently caused a rift in the state government over coal seam gas mining. Troy Grant is calling for a ban on CSG in the state's north, saying the Northern Rivers community doesn't want it. Premier Mike Baird isn't commenting on whether he would support the move. 2 people have been left with broken bones after a horror crash at Rutherford early this morning. A car crossed the wrong side of the New England highway near the Rutherford airport into the path of another car. The male and female drivers, both aged in their 40s, are in a stable condition in the John Hunter Hospital. The chairman of Hunter Tourism is calling for big changes from the state government so visitor numbers in the Hunter can grow. This year, 8.7 million tourists visited our region, but there's a strong push to increase this to more than 12 million. Will Creedon says the only way this will happen is if the state government sets up a long-term structure to promote the industry.
I'm not threatening anything, but what I am saying is that from the 1st of July, we will, as in Tourism Hunter, go into a period of dormancy. There won't be any activity until the state government decide and create a sustainable funding model to enter into the future for the region.
The Greens are claiming their new proposal is the answer to the needs of Hunter residents struggling to enter the housing market. Their plan to see negative gearing abolished for all new investment properties would see funds reallocated into funding the construction of houses for the homeless. New South Wales Green Senator Lee Rhiannon says changes would also help bring down housing prices.
In the first instance, it would be affordable housing for those who are doing it tough, who are on the social housing waiting list for homeless people. But we also believe that bringing in these changes will change the housing market, so it's easier for everyone, particularly new young buyers, to penetrate the market.
However, Hunter Chairman of the Property Council, Ed Crawford, says necessary investments in the region would be lost if the proposal was approved.
It is a major disincentive to private sector investment in the housing market. That has a major negative impact on supply of housing in most parts of Australia, if not all parts of Australia, and further constraining supply without resolving the bureaucratic and taxation cost impediments to the housing supply chain makes no sense.
Maitland Council says compensation requests from retailers in Maitland Mall who are struggling to stay afloat during construction of the first stage of the levee project are creating more trouble for themselves. Originally due for completion by early this year, delays to the first stage of the High Street upgrade has pushed back the completion date to September. Mayor Peter Blackmore says retailers need to be more positive about the results at the end of the tunnel.
Any negativity, of course, is going to spread. And I'm very disappointed that despite the fact that the general manager and the engineers in charge of the project had invited people in to talk, that a lot of people, those rumblings are still there.
And there's someone in the Hunter who's a millionaire but doesn't know it yet. A ticket bought from Terrace Plaza News Agency at Raymond Terrace has shared the first division prize in last Saturday's lotto. It's worth $1 million, however the winner is yet to come forward.
Sport for our sponsor, NewcastleCheapestCars.com.au.
Newcastle Knights centre Joey Leilua could be released from his contract as early as today, with possible trade deal on the cards with the Canberra Raiders. The two clubs have been in secret negotiations over a possible trade between Leilua and prop David Shillington, but the Knights are reportedly hesitant on signing the 31-year-old due to his age. A-League boss Damien DeBohan has promised the Newcastle Jets will be the hardest working team in the competition off the park in a bid to re-engage the support of their fans. Input from local businesses and civic leaders has highlighted the club's need to be more involved with the community and suggested players and coaches get involved with clinics and guest appearances. And with 8 clubs backing the game's move to Hunter Stadium, the Newcastle Rugby League Grand Final location is now in the hands of the board. The potential move will provide a capacity of about 14,000 people, but will possibly see entry costs rise to $20 per ticket. That's Sport, I'm Georgia Moylan.
To NURFM News Time 26 to 9.